coming to you on NTA Channel 12 Owerri. We are still going to discuss on the impact of COVID-19 on women and girls here in Imo State. I have two women that will feature on today's episode. You get to meet my guest after this time out. I am Rina Obasi. Please stay.
Are you there? NTA Channel 12 Owerri brings to you Gender Issues Program,
where we take in-depth look at issues cutting across gender, such as harmful traditional practices and other gender-related violence. Are you a victim of any societal ill? You want to talk about it? Come on the program and we'll chat a way forward.
You can also contact us on our email address.
For participation, sponsorship and placement of adverts, call us on telephone number 080-8866-7903. Welcome back. Now you have to join me, welcome my guest on the show. By my immediate right, I have Mrs. Onyekoro Ngozi. She is a civil servant. Madam, you're welcome on the program. Thank you so much. And by my extreme right there, I have a beautiful woman. She is Mrs. Joy Mercy Amamchuku. Madam, you're welcome.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you. And I am Rina Obasi, your host on the show. Let's hear their experiences during the COVID-19 pandemic. I'll start with you. What was it like during the COVID-19 pandemic?
It was terrible. My colleague, if I may say, it was so tough. Everything was so hard. Meeting friends and families, everyone was indoors. In fact, hunger was there. It wasn't easy. Let me just put it that way. Yes. Can't go to church, can't go to market, banks. Reaching your family members, is on call. However, you can't go to their house. Yeah.
Because everybody was a suspect.
Yes, everyone was a suspect. Nobody allowed you to come to his or her house. It was very hard.
So, how were you able to cope with the children and the spouse? Did you discover new skill during the period?
At that time, my family, at least, it met my husband. We are with our children. We are always together. Yes, we are always together.
Unlike before?
Unlike before. We will go out in the morning and come back in the evening. But that period, everyone was together.
You get to know the kids more?
Yes. And kids, they were happy staying with their parents. That is
okay, don't worry. I'll come to others later.
Okay.
Madam, talk to us. What's your experience?
It
was really a shocking experience. No one expected such a thing to come up at that time. So during that period, it was really a trying period for everyone. I can't just say it's for me because I know it's for everyone. You know, the hardship, the restrictions. People were restricted from carrying out their normal day-to-day activity. I don't know if you understand what I mean. And then they stay at home, they sit at home. It was really discomforting, you know. We were not allowed to do things the way we used to do before the COVID-19, yes. And then the kids, trying to explain to them the reason they no longer go to school, the reason they no longer visit their friends, the reason no one comes to the house. Like, it was just like they were imprisoned, you know, because I I had to go the extra mile of not even letting my kids step out because obviously I do not want to lose any of them. And you know, at that time, I actually realized that these kids are actually smarter than you think. They will be like, Mommy, Daddy's not going to work. Mommy, we can't go out. Mommy, I want to go to Kamsi. Mommy, call Kamsi's mom. You know? And they demand. These kids are demanding. So the whole thing was, it was frustrating, then hunger, hardship, because you know our husbands no longer go out for their businesses, even the business women, you know, restricted so much.
All right.
Yeah.
So, madam, tell us your survival strategy. How were you able to pull through?
Jesus. Where I start?
Did you other women
I try my best. I learn. At least that time I learn. I start small business.
You learned any skill?
Yes, I start preparing more and so go sell it in front of my house. You see somebody that cover his mouth and nose. Please, madam, give me 5 away from me. I will sell. That's how I survive anyway. That's all. Oh, I don't know.
You don't want to talk about the period. Neither do I want you to.
Honestly.
Talk to us. What was your survival strategy?
It was really terrible. You know.
You learned new skill?
Yeah. You then, before then, there was this friend of mine that had been telling me about her organic products, but then I was just feeling relaxed about it. I didn't want to push through because, you know, this is our mentality of, oh God, how do I combine school? Because I also go to school. How do I combine school, family, and business? But at that point, I had to find a way to combine it. So I talked to her, I was like, can I learn this thing online? She said, sure, you can. And then boom, I started, you know. Okay,
what was that?
Skincare products.
Okay.
Yes. So we scheduled a time, 10 p.m. So I will be done with the kids. She's also a mom, you know. 10 p.m. I come online, she comes online, then we'll start, you know. That was, I think, one good thing I achieved. Apart from that, there was nothing good that came out of that.
So after getting the training now, what next? You started supplying organic
I didn't
things,
start immediately because movements were still needed. So, you know, I couldn't go to the market. You know, let's just say she was my boss, and after teaching me, she told me she would take me to where she gets the things she uses for her products, and there was no way to do that because even me, I loved my life and I cannot go out there like in the market where there is a whole lot of crowd. I cannot just go and, you know, this if I go there, I will be infected with COVID-19 and then I will come back. My children, my husband, so, you know, so we put everything on hold. Then after the pandemic, you know, then I started. Yeah, I think that was the skill.
You started producing now?
Yes, I have.
You have a shop or you do it in your house?
I do it in my house. Then post online. On WhatsApp, Facebook.
Cream or soap?
Or cream, soaps, oils, scrubs, you know, skincare products. Yes.
That's a good one. Okay, now, madam, let's look at the impact, the effects of this whole thing on women and girls, especially here in Imo State. What will you say, you know, are the effects on women?
I don't know what to say, honestly. I think the COVID.
Yes, the effect of the impact of COVID-19 now on women and girls here in Imo State.
Anyway, that COVID period, they left our girls. In fact, it was all over. Let me say for Imo State, let me not go. For Imo State, there was a lot of things You see, when they are idle, doing nothing, they start thinking evil. Thinking the harm or how to survive or how to put food on the table by thief or, kidnapping people. A lot of things happen that time. They raped our girls, they raped our women in that period.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, madam. From your own point of view, what do you think?
Yeah, it made. Let me use myself as a case study. During that period, I learned how to be more accommodating. Do you understand? Then I learned how to be more of a manager, which is still working on me now. Because it was not really much on the table, and I had to learn how to manage what I had. And now I think I am still maintaining that. And I also learned how to teach these children to adjust to any situation they find themselves in. Because when the sit at home started newly, they want to come see every Saturday. Come see needs to come as usual. The drawing. I always draw with Kamsi. Then I could see through my children that it wasn't really going down well with them.
Yeah.
Then I thought to myself, how do I speak to these kids to make them understand that this situation is beyond my control? There is nothing I can do. Because Kamsi's mom wants to protect her daughter.
Yeah, and we also want them to come to the house.
I want to protect my own daughter. Yes. So I had to figure out a way to talk to these children, make them understand that this is what we have to do now. We do not have a choice. And I think during that COVID period, I think it taught me to teach my children how to adjust at any time. I also learned how to adjust. Okay. I am a kind of person, in as much as I know I am now married, I always miss my mom. I always want to go and see her. Any little opportunity, any holiday I see, I always want to go to my mom, let me see her, But that time, I learned how to sit at home.
Stay in your house.
To my mom. I just call on the phone, don't open the gate, don't let people in for your life. Don't, even your twin sister, she has to be in her own house and you in your own house. So I learned how to adjust to any situation I find myself in. And I can say I also learned how to manage the mom with what we had at home. I just have to manage. Make something out of anything I see in my kitchen. I try to produce something out of it. Even the things I didn't know how to, like, that was when I knew I could actually blend an overripe plantain. I saw it on the internet and I had overripe plantain.
You blend?
I had to blend it. Pour egg, this and that. I've never done that before, but
and you made that prepare what?
And then I fried it, I made pap in the morning. It became breakfast.
You fried it like akara?
No, I just poured it in the pan.
Okay, like egg.
Golden brown, I flip over. We had bread. I brought bread. I made pap. It became breakfast. That was it.
Wow. Okay. With the way things are now at the moment, what would you say is the way out for a lot of women out there, who have not been able to pull through the situation? They're still struggling, trying to get their feet back in terms of finance now. What was your advice for them? What's the way out or the way forward now?
Yeah. That COVID period, it made a lot of people to put, adjust or add something to gain or to put food on the table. And many people are still doing it. Do you understand? Many people are still on that. Some went to the farm, some start all this petty trade. People, civil servants, they all start looking for shops or where to put containers, start selling something. In fact, everybody sit up. Some women that doesn't have anything doing before, before the COVID, everybody is doing everything now to at least to earn thinkable, to take away in there, to food. Everybody is strong, everybody is hardworking now. You have seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for most women, especially in the rural areas, you know, that they don't earn salaries, and you know, the capital to start business is not that. So what's the way forward?
Some of them went to microfinance bank. Some people I knew, they went to microfinance bank and borrow money, start something. At least I know about 5 of them or similar of that. They went to microfinance bank, borrow money and start doing something. Some go to the bush, you know, gotta make 0.1 tree like pear, or because the pear, I'll buy this. They bring it to the town and sell it, and earn the money.
Okay. Madam, what do you think is the way out now, the way forward for a lot of women, you know, that are still looking for a way to go through the situation?
You know, during that COVID-19 period, it made a lot of people realize that even if I'm a mom, I have 3 kids, 4, 5, I still have to find a way to earn a living. Yes. That period made me realize that it's actually wrong to depend on a man. Yes. And now, my advice for people.
Now you now make your own money.
Yes. And it feels so good
to make money.
Your own money. It feels so good to contribute at home. Yes. And you know, there was this billboard I saw during that COVID-19 period along Port Harcourt Road. It said, if COVID can do this, what about fracture? You know, the COVID-19 came and swept everyone off our feet, and nobody was prepared for it. Now, and I'm asking myself, had it been I was already into these skincare products and I am making money, I'm saying, you know, women, we know how to save money more than men. Yes, we know how to save more than men. And then I have savings, and my husband also has. Even if this was to last for about a year, by the time we exhaust his own, because of course he will have to,
he will start with his own.
He will start with his own. Then I bring out mine. You will see that we will go a long way. So this is just an avenue for people to know you have to sit up. You need to have savings. When you're buying hair, just know anything can come up at any time. When you're choosing an outfit, just know I have to. We are in this world. We are in the world, and anything can come up at any time. Anything can just spring up, pop up, just like that, unprepared. So we just have to be prepared at all times. We have to sit up. There is no room for laziness.
Okay. No. Even for the young girls too? Not only mothers now?
Even for the young girls. You know, there are many ways for young girls to actually make money too. To actually make money. Even if you're going to school, now we have evening program, weekend program, all these sales girls opportunities, people who are looking for people that can sell for them, like for money, all this shift work. You can do that in your salary and still go to school. You have your money. You can cater for yourself. You don't always need a man. You can cater for yourself. And that will prepare you for anything that happens tomorrow in the near future.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. Madam, back to you now. What are the lessons we should take from COVID-19?
Just a lot of things. At least nobody's lazy now. Nobody will stay in the house Monday till night and sleep. Wait for a man to go out and come and put food on the table. Everyone's up and doing. Everybody's up and that. Anything can happen at any time. We don't know what the world will come up tomorrow. So everybody's up and doing. And they taught us a lot of things. How to manage things at home. Like our young girl, in fact, even young girls and young boys, everybody is up and doing, and nobody, not one of them is not depending on their parents. You see them, you see this POS, you see young girls there. You see, they say that I'm selling card, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, because that COVID taught us a very big thing, that we shouldn't be lazy now, staying idle, waiting for a man or the mother to go outside and get something. It taught us a lot of things, and I need people to understand that we should be we should be busy.
Thank you so much. In a minute, do you have anything to add?
Of course I do. It's very important for people to be contented with what they have, because during that period where there was so much restrictions, people were not allowed to go to work, their normal day-to-day activity. You see, it taught people how to manage, make good use of what you have. If you are not a good manager, you can resort to stealing or other means of getting what you want. So you just have to be contented with what you have and know that everything is a phase. It will come and it will pass.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. That is where we draw the curtain on today's episode of Gender Issues on NTA Owerri. At this point in time, let's appreciate the sponsor of this program, United Nations Trust Fund, and it's being coordinated by Alliances for Africa, a non-governmental organization that promotes the rights of women and girls in Imo State and beyond. So we say thank you so much for supporting this program. Thanks for being on the program. It's a pleasure being you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I am Rina Obase. Do have a lovely evening.
Breakfast. If you're in Lagos, you need to see this.
I'm not just streaming content, I'm just speaking traffic.
Get more data to enjoy exclusive content. Dial *141# now. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Have you been searching for a comfortable and serene environment where you can unwind without leaving a hole in your pocket? Search no more. Village Showing Hotels is the place to go. At Village Showing Hotels, our guests are treated to affordable rooms with complimentary breakfast, uninterrupted power supply, and 24-hour internet facility for your relaxation. Our Chinese restaurant offers you mind-blowing intercontinental and continental dishes with a cozy lounge and a fully stocked bar to make your day a memorable one. For your business meetings and social events, our large conference hall gives you desired comfort. Male and female saloon, spacious car park, backed up with maximum security are all part of the treat. Village Showing Hotels is located at Plot 12 Aladima Northern Extension along Imo State University towards Aladima Hospital, Owerri. For reservation, please call 0818-794-0093, 0706-489-9248 or 0703-485-1713. Village Showing Hotels. Home away from home.
Reliable bootmaker with high odds and bonuses for every team. One expert, easy use, easy win.
Esther, you're late again. Esther?
She's a wonder light in the darkness. She's beautiful. Oh, she's a superstar. She never let her number down. She's beautiful. She know this, yeah. She know this. I got it hot for this.
No phones at the table, please.
Oh,
Esther?
oh.
too.
Get everything. Don't forget I'll pick you at 4.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
NTA Owerri, delivering quality broadcast services, news, programs, adverts, promos, and jingles. We have the manpower and our equipment all digitized, giving you crystal clear signal and